Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, y'all. We're a little bit early today. Before 420, don't happen a shit ton. But glad y'all are all here. Normally, we over at the Voice of Radio today. We usually get going about 420, man. We like to thank everybody for stopping in and sharing with us. There's a lot of information going on right here today. Yeah, see my nice Ohio banner over there. You don't see it too good on the TikTok. There we go over there. Man, thank everybody, man. Lots of news from Ohio with the new SB 56 law going in. Lots to, but welcome, welcome, welcome to Ohio Gas Company. Like I say, normally we at the Voice of Radio where my man EPB always on the board. We always be getting going late, but we on time right now. Starting at 4:20 on a Tuesday, man, and it is my pleasure. Sunday right here and sunny outside, right here in Great Oak, Cleveland, Ohio. Right here on this show, we like to talk about cannabis here in Northeast Ohio. We like to talk about the education, the cultivation, and information about legalization of the weed here in Ohio, specifically in Northeast Ohio. But we do cover everything around the country. We are well versed. I've been doing this for a few years now, keeping it going, man. Just trying to stay active out here in this space and giving you a good information. So, as we all know, here in Ohio, the law has changed, and it is some concerning parts about it that if you, to me, with the law changing over, it's a few things that everybody asks me, like, what's up with the new laws? How's that affecting you? It's just like when they said we could smoke weed. Everybody that was smoking weed before that, I doubt that they smoked any more or any less, in my opinion. So you just keep going. I don't think the law has really changed that much for over 21-year-old. The parts that do concern me with are the driving, a passenger being able to drive and being in a car, and he is being, whoever is a passenger could get a marijuana ticket too for consumption in public. I guess that's what the law is going to be. But I want everybody to know most of the tickets that you could get, getting caught with weed coming from over from Michigan, getting caught smoking in your car, getting caught transporting your weed in the front of your car. What that means is your weed need to be in the trunk or behind the further seat in the car, like if you got a hatchback. So those are the laws. But the ticket for those things is, guess what? $150 misdemeanor ticket here in Cuyahoga County. Don't forget, it's still decriminalized to a big extent also. So you don't really have to worry about that so much, but you still have to be respectable. It's like anywhere. If you're not smoking cigarettes there, please don't really attempt to smoke no weed there. Even though it's weird that I will smoke cannabis inside, but I will not smoke a cigarette inside because I think the tar and all of that stuff stinks up the joint. So it is a lot to do with the law, but look it up for sure. You know, you still could grow. You see people from out of state commenting on the Ohio law like they don't know. They like, oh, you guys is getting restricted to 6 plants per adult, and that's what the new law got cut down to. That's not the truth. It's been 6 plants. It ain't never been no more than 6 plants. 6 plants, and if you got another adult in a house over 21 that's living in your residency, they could grow also. A big thing to that is if your landlord has it in your lease that he don't want you growing on his property, they could put that in their lease. But it's a little, I don't know how constitutional that is, though, to be completely honest with you. When they tell you you can't grow your own medicine, and here in the state of Ohio, our attorney general busted 9 dispensaries that was giving you subpar product. And to you dispensaries, what a bunch of losers you guys are. And I mean that not in the nicest way at all. I mean that to say that you guys went and put a lower quality weed in the bag to get off your dispensary customers, and I don't understand that. Like, that is just such a money grab that I don't understand that. I don't understand why. I would have probably tested some weed out the traditional market and try to give you some bags with some better than you thought weed, not try to give you some less than promised weed. So that's a little weird. So when the government is telling you you can't grow your own, you can consume it, but you can't grow it yourself. Well, they did say you could grow it yourself. That's why this gray area on all about what the weed law is going to continue to be gray, because they let you grow in your house. So now they saying as an adult, you still could transport your 2.5 ounces, but guess what the rules are on transportation now? Need to be in the original dispensary pack, not open, and if you is, just put it in your trunk. So that's what I'm going to say to everybody who's not trying to break the law. Just put it in your trunk to travel with, man. I just think you just gonna eliminate the trouble. So what's weird about that here in Ohio is that an officer could pull you over and ask you, do you have a pistol? They can't even ask you if you have a pistol in your car here in Ohio because the way the law reads for Second Amendment. But now they got these elevated things about marijuana use, and one part of me is like, as long as it's going along with alcohol, distracted drivers is a thing. Like, if you getting high, and the biggest thing about pieheads and being a distracted driver, I don't think personally, I'm gonna say for me, it's not that I'm high while I'm driving. It's if you trying to roll up or you trying to manipulate and you don't have your eyes on the road. Very, very, very dangerous. So absolutely be very careful with distracting drivers. And if we look at what Canada did, and Canada, the whole country went legal probably about 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and then they are big on not distracted drivers. So that means you will not be in that car smoking weed, and they will let you recreationally smoke. But it's a little more lax in Canada. People walk down the street, stand out front of doorways. To me, when I'm in Toronto, it's all about people just smoking the gassiest of gas. They like smelly weed when they out in public, and it's just almost like I'm not smoking cheap weed type situation up there. But Canada did good, and then you see other states. Cali kind of like eased into it, where it's just in the background. Ohio, they just trying to make so much restrictions on really the production, and they really are kneecapping us. It's good. I ain't gonna say good or bad that you cut Michigan off. I'm gonna say bad because it's free market. And if you got a good grower that's growing a product that you want and you like the way they grow their weed, as an adult, I think you should be able to get it. Like, you can buy liquor from anywhere. There's no liquor that they'll be like, oh no, you can't buy that liquor. So I don't see why why you can't buy cannabis that's from out of the state or wherever you get it from, because it's still that gray area. Is it a cannabis plant when it's still a seed? Is it a cannabis? Is it still considered? It's not considered THC when it's in veg because it hasn't started producing THC yet, unless it's an autoflower. And even then, is it to maturity to the point where it's making THC? It's going to be a lot of science. The real issue with them enforcing this law is, before I go to jail for this, you're going to have to test all of that product to make sure that it's real. And the test to prove it in court is still very, very, very high. And some good news in the legal thing coming here on April 1st. Guess what? Trump, when he declassified, that's another thing that we all got to remember, is from a federal level, they are trying to take it off a Schedule 1 drug. So when they do take this off a Schedule 1 drug, we're talking about cannabis here, it should relax some of the state authority on it, and then definitely give us federal mandate. One of the great things about it right now, for medical marijuana right now, check this out, everybody. It's the best tip I could give y'all in a while. Donald Trump on April 1st is going to allow you to use up to $500 if you are prescribed by your doctor to use low dose THC, they will give you $500. So for people in real world terms, what do that mean, John? That means you can eat. I think if you eat a 10 milligram gummy once a day, you'll be at $239 a month. So that will cover the use. And let me tell you, going to work and eating 10 milligrams of, say, sativa and taking Advil is going to be better than any narcotic I ever took. Like, as far as uh, the high pain narcotics, I don't know what them kids is taking these days, but I hate all of those drugs because they very addictive. But when I take like 10 milligrams, and this is for me, this is not medical advice, this is just what works for me. I take 10 milligrams sativa gummy, and then I take Advil, and it does me wonders. It's like the best thing I could do for pain relief. And Donald Trump, April 1st, it is a guideline for CBD and low quality gummies. And what do they mean by that? Less than 6 to 7%. And that's nothing that we really consume. That's like Reggie, like old school stem seeds and sticks. That's where you're gonna be at with the low quality gummies that's coming out. But it is a mandate. $500. I'll have more research for you next week and tell you how to get you signed up for it. But as I say, April 1st, if you could get prescribed medical marijuana, edibles or flowers from a doctor, and if you get Medicaid, you are allowed up to a $500 credit, so you can use that. And I do agree with that because it's alternative medicine. I think nobody's chemistry is the same, and what works for one person might not work for another person. I smoke with plenty of friends. Some is two puffs and they good for the night. Other people will smoke with you all day. Some people, so it's a range on where you at. And my estimation, being around this plant for the amount of years I have, it is an individual preference. I don't think that goes to much of strain. It definitely got to do with how much THC in it, but it also has to do with what your receptors are. If you a lightweight, let's say you're not gonna smoke as much as somebody smoking a lot. It's the same thing with edibles. Speaking of edibles, I don't think I'm ever gonna get on this show and tell you guys don't eat too many edibles. You can eat too many edibles. Edibles will get you in trouble. You eat so many edibles, you could get yourself in a state of beans, and things are getting stronger. Now you have to watch yourself. A rosin extract gummy is stronger to me, in my opinion, than a BHO. And what that means is the BHO is how they get the THC out of the weed, more chemicals. Rosin is a bubble hash made product, all natural, and it seemed like the uptake is cleaner, and it seemed like a 20 hit like a 30 in BHO terms. So you have to be careful. Remember, you got to go low and slow. It means you eat a low dose and you eat it like 45 minutes to an hour before the effects will start. And you got to remember that. I'm saying 40 after you ingest it and you eat it, 35 to 40 minutes minimum is what you should wait before you start trying to eat some more or saying you don't feel it. That is the number one mistake that people, when they eat gummies, they feel like they can't feel it. Right about that 40-minute mark, they'll eat another one, and then that first 45 gonna hit you, and buckle up, buttercup, because your next 45 minutes you're gonna get that same wave if it's not a sustained. And if you're a lightweight, sometimes for some people love the body buzz and other people don't. Me, I don't mind the body buzz, but I just don't like 100 milligram body buzz hitting me at once. It just make me feel uncomfortable. I just be like, my body just is like really going through like, whoa, did I put too much in it? So that's why you go low and slow. That really means you are well past the therapeutic needs of the medicine. If you ask me, what do I mean by that? Like after you eat so much THC, you just getting high. all of the qualities that help. It's like medicine. If you ever notice, it's only 5 milligrams, 10 milligrams, which is not a lot of the active medicine. And when you look inside the pill, it's a lot of filler. And the active medicine is such a small part of that. And I have came to realize that less is better when you come to weed. If you want to not be anxious, you cannot eat, in my opinion, 50 milligrams of gummy and think you're not going to have some type of emotional effect. Now, down in the 5 and 10, that's if you a regular 25, 40 milligram eater of gummies so you can relax and have a good evening, not think about stuff. If you want to use it medicinally, cut those doses down. Like I say, the federal guideline right now for a daily prescription that they willing to give you $500 a month for is only 10 milligrams a day. So if you ate a 5 in the morning, say you got anxiety, you anxious, and you done figured out what make it good. 5 in the morning. If you get the cotton mouth or you feel like you're getting high, you ate too much gummy. Everybody just back that down a little bit. Just back that down. And then see if you get it. And it's one of those things. That's why you have to have edibles that you could trust the dosage on. That's why I like the little squares that come in 10. You could cut them in half and be very easy with it. But it is a program coming. I will have more information like next week on how you sign up for that. And you got to have a good time to get some free weed. They ain't going to give you free health insurance, but they sure will give you a lot of pills. And I guess they're going to subsidize this weed. But then that's also a play for you to go back to the dispensaries to keep that money recycling, never really hitting down to the community except for by the workers. So it really needs some work on these laws, but it's better to have some than none, in my opinion. So it's a little more about the legal. Let's go, Michigan. Sports wise, I don't mess with y'all, but weed wise, y'all my big brother. I ain't gonna say big brother. Y'all my brothers up there. Shout out to my man, Vehicle City Social. Always doing this thing up in Grand Rapids, man. Shout out to all of the Michigan growers, lamb chops, connoisseurs, all of the good ones, man. Y'all stop coming down to the Ohio pop-ups. I understand with the law. Man, I just saw Michigan. Way to stand up. The people of Michigan put on the board to get that 24% wholesale tax off. So it's going to make the ballot. Unlike here in Ohio, we did not meet our threshold to get it on the ballot. But unlike Michigan, people here in Ohio really don't give a crap. Back in the day, Michigan people used to come down here to cop all of the time. Now it's a little bit reversed. But it don't really make no difference. And like I say, the golden ticket to this, the golden egg to this, is to grow your own weed. So this summer, I expect everybody to use their 6 plants outdoors and take this law to the foot. Come see me. I'll be happy to give you some plants. We're gonna try to grow on April 19th. Around 420, we're going to have a free clone giveaway. So sign up at Sohigho, SOHIGHO 216@gmail.com, and I will be happy to get you in the greater Cleveland area, or you can pull up on me at the radio station and we will get you some clones. I'm going to probably pass out 20, but I need some people to commit to growing with us. So I want to go through the whole process and show like different grows, different things. I like to get a couple people growing in pots, some people growing in grass in their backyard. If I could get a couple people growing these clones inside so we could take a big look at it, man, that'd be very good. In other little cannabis news around here, one of our highlights is going to be Movueno over on 5800 Detroit, across the street from the Happy Dog. 2 brown sisters just opened up their first dispensary. Very nice ladies. Customer service through the roof. Products through the roof. I got my man Time Berry's gummies in there. Very quality gummy. Rosin extract. Very, very good. Good products. New dispensary, like I say, brand new. Great deals going in. High quality flyer. They buyer, can't think of their nephew name right now, but Very good, very good, very quality buyer, very detail oriented in the product list that they buy. I can guarantee you this: what's on their list is of the highest quality. I'm gonna tell you, knowing these two young ladies, this is a great place to shop. If you're over in the Detroit area, Detroit Shoreways on the west side of Cleveland, and you want to support somebody real good, small business who's starting it up, these might be some of the only brown ladies in this business in Ohio. It is some banker people and it is some people who have some product, but as far as a dispensary that's off the ground here in Cleveland, Ohio, 5800 Muvano, Muavno is the name of it, on 5800, and they got specials and everything. I think they open till about 9. It's across the street from Happy Dog. Very nice dispensary, very clean, good intake, give you a military discount. Very, very, very nice. Great product, nice little lounge, little area for you to like shop with just comfort, man. It's very nice, very welcoming, a lot of decorum. Got some artwork from my man Dave's one in there. So shout out to them. Also shout out to my other people over at Clutch. Always proud of you guys, doing a great job. Buckeye Relief is still holding it down in my top tier. Glendale is still up there, even though Glendale we haven't seen it in a while. It's been getting up to Sandusky or wherever else at, but we haven't seen it in the Cleveland market. I haven't. I don't shop everywhere. Stop shopping over. I'm shopping like I don't go to a lot of dispos myself, but when I do, Shangri-La also. Look up these dispos here in Northeast Ohio also because it's always the buy one get one free gummies over at Shangri-La and a lot of other good things. But we got some good things coming in the cannabis industry coming up this year, and it's constantly getting better. Shout out to my man 420 Scene. That is my guru if you want to look for some great grow tips besides the blind bud cultivator. And shout out to my man JB also. He has just started a new grow and he's going to go through in Texas heat. And if you don't know, he is a blind guy that grows the heck out some weed, man. I miss him so much, man. Him and Christina down in Texas. Shout out to my people, man. Miss y'all, but he will take you through. He is growing in hydro. He switched out of dirt and he is a hydro loving. And if you want to follow somebody from seed to harvest, he has just started again. So I recommend that for people who's growing is to follow somebody that you like what they grow, growing very similar to you, and just imitate them all the way through the first grow. And then after that, start making changes. This is the best way to get results. Chasing after all of these nutrients. If you listen to everybody on the internet, you're gonna mix up 2 or 3 different growing plans, and you'll be going in the wrong direction. Hydro principles is not the same as dirt principles, even though you do add some amendments and things like that if your plant telling you. But dirt, you want to have a greater environment to grow. To keep your environment, you want to water your dirt in essence. You want to feed your dirt when you're growing in dirt. You want to keep that dirt alive with worm castings and microbes, and you add the sugary stuff into it. So that's just to feed the microbes in the dirt, so it keep kicking out the good stuff that the plant like, and the plant will grow good. And you could run out of nutrients in your dirt. That's why you top dress dirt. Like, why you top dress every month? It's because your dirt, the cannabis plant steals all the nutrients out the dirt. That's why when we finish a grow, your dirt is kicked over. You dump it all out, you put it all on a tarp, shake all your roots out. You got to add worm castings, compost back in, cover it up, and let it get to 170 degrees for I forgot how long. But that's the only way that you can recycle your dirt in a good way. That's when that perlite start turning yellow and green and all that. That's why I'm not a super fan of perlite, and I like cocoa chips and I'm cocoa chips and rice hulls. Everybody who followed me know that I really believe in cocoa chips and rice hulls as far as taking place of my perlite. But I have used perlite, and I have One of my more successful grows, to be honest with you, in hydro was cocoa cure in with perlite mixed into it. Man, that was great. I think it was ethos jealousy, and I grew it with Sissy Grow, a two-part with pH balance in it too. So another thing that I will tell you, I don't care what hydro juice you using, but it is that much easier when you use pH balance. It's like, what is pH balance? I might show you guys real quick just because I'm in the lab, but then y'all gonna see how junky my place is. So maybe I won't. But it is a lot. Sissy Grow with pH balance is the way to go. Shout out to my man, the Human T Rex, over at the Nerve DJ, man. Checking us out on Ohio, man. Appreciate everybody that's over here with us on TikTok. And if you got any questions about the new laws or anything growing, I got about 20, 30 more minutes on here. I'll be happy to answer any of y'all questions that y'all have about growth, seed, anything you want to talk about. Now, over in Michigan, getting those signatures together, I got a son. Somebody tap in. My oldest boy live up in Michigan, and I really want to know: is these pots for potholes? Is the roads getting better, or did that's just some type of initiative that she just made a money grab? Normally, I don't know. It just seemed like such a syntax on something. It's sort of like Michigan is. I thought we was cutting edge on Michigan. I was giving Michigan a little bit of credit because I thought they was welcoming to the industry. Now I think they tightened them back up though. It's not as a lot more restricting, and it is kind of like the reality of it. Michigan people don't buy cookies right now, right? Because they say it's owned by a big ass Israeli, I think, burner. I never knew Burner and them had sold their company off like that, but that's what you don't know. If I don't know, I don't know. I ain't do research into their company, but sometimes I really don't care. I'm just get a good bag of weed. But other time that stuff really do make a difference, man. I don't want to really be supporting nobody who really don't share my views. Why should I bring you some money? But that's some tripped out stuff. I'm not gonna knock somebody for their own political views if it's different than mine or something like that. What I do respect for is all of the human rights, man. Don't put your hand on nobody. Don't bear no false witnesses, and don't be stealing nobody's product, property or girls or anything like that. I think that's where we could start at, but it is a lot. So I see that to me, yeah. It seemed like gummies is on the rise right now. It seemed like the request for gummies is going up, and I just think it's so much going on in this world that we just gotta like take it easy, take a chill pill off, and have a good time. Here's something else I want you guys to do while you smoking and you getting high, you ain't doing nothing. Get a piece of paper out and doodle, man. If you lowering your cortisone, listen to good music and just do a little doodle drawing something and try not to take everything. I found out like getting high, just got a little pen pad and drawing something. Just really just 5 or 10 minutes is better than strolling on the phone by just writing letters or just practicing my name. Here's a new one for all you youngsters out there that want to get high. Start writing in cursive. Write you a cursive alphabet. And those are the little ways I like hack my little body to like be calmed down. And I'm just outside. It's still cold in Northeast Ohio. I'd rather be outside skateboarding right now, but this schizophrenic weather we have up here is up to the down, down, up to the down, down. Now we got a lot of entertainment going on. We coming, get real close to not super close, but we got 420 coming up. It's a lot of things. Seems like a 420 bingo party over at Dunlap's is gonna be good. And if you want to sign up for the art festival, hit us up at 4030studio.org or St. Clair, the whole word, St. Clair artfestival.com is where we'll be at. It's over in the side. It's on the banner in YouTube. It's not over here on TikTok. But if you check out the banner, if you're looking on YouTube, St. Clair Superior Art Fest, August 8th. It's gonna be 12 o'clock to like 9 o'clock at night, all day long. God willing, we're gonna shut down St. Clair. Hopefully, the special permit get us all the way right. And it's a trip, man. I tell you one thing about throwing something free for the people. It's a thankless job, man. It's like I never seen so many politics around throwing a free party in my life. It's like really, really strange, man. It's not the best. But we also have the Brown Horse Orchard. We're gonna have the Summer Equinox Festival. That's definitely, and we got a summer series coming over in St. Clair Superior area. We got a bunch of entertainment over here right now. We got Joe Abrams always playing over at Maple Lanes, over at Joe's Bar across the street from Maple Lanes, 67th and St. Clair. Superior Foe, which is having Superior Show, which is Ramon Rivas and one other comedian on Thursday nights at 7 to 8 for the next time coming. It's an hour comedy show. Ramon get up there, work on 20 minutes. Who laid it out this weekend? I got to give a shout out to my big bro who might have did one of the best shows, just comic wise. It's a pleasure to know somebody who's at the top of their craft, and when they slam it, I love, you know, did such a great job. Opened up for my man Charlie Burness. Man, shout out to my man Charlie Burness. I'm gonna say one thing. One of the nicest comedians, and Outback brung them into town, man. What a great comedy show. Midwest comedy. One of the nicest guys who I cannot wait to get into his manager. He promised, he said that he would come. If we could work out the date, he would be at the Art Fest for us this year. So, tentatively speaking, we'd like to welcome Charlie Burness to the freaking Art Fest this year. What a great show he had. And beyond that, the highlight of that night was just Ramon Rivas killing it that night. Like, I just love him in his element. Just like really like, you know, your homeboy just on point, man. If we was playing basketball, he would have won. He wouldn't have missed a shot, hit all his free throws, and hit the game winner. That's what kind of comedy set he had that night. Very outstanding. I just love that. Just ate Superior Foe with him and TJ Macklin and Stephanie Janese. Usually I got the Contu sign like right over there behind my back, but they out using it. But we got Contu live on every Sunday over at Dunlap's, and then we sponsor the Mic That Doesn't End with Deshaun France. Some local comedians come over if you want to like have a good time. We have a good time. It's an open mic, and he don't care if you sing poetry or do comedy open mic. It's a great time. Dunlap's at 9 o'clock on Sunday is the Mic That Doesn't End, and if you want to come for a real treat, at 9 o'clock, at 8 o'clock, we have Contu Live, and that features a comic, a writer, poet, and then a musical act. And they really been knocking it out. And they are hopefully at home getting some music together for the compilation album that we're putting together for St. Clair Art Fest. Don't forget our title sponsors at the Art Fest this year. Voice It Radio. We got St. Clair Superior Development Group. We got the Japo. We also have 4030 Red Lion, Thieveland, Brown Horse Cider. We doing a lot. Shangri-La Dispensary. Shout out to Food Strong, Sarah over there, Tilt Soil, Josh and Nathan over there. Appreciate them. We are really gonna have an Art Fest be a no compost. We're trying to do this with a no compost day. Get everything in. Show wagon gonna show up for us. Prescription of Joy. I look forward to getting this off the ground. We gonna have Koshi's Meat with a barbecue smoke off in the neighborhood, and also Evergreen Corporation. Shout out to the Evergreen Cooperation Laundry Co-op. Gonna be sponsoring one of our main stages at the Art Fest this year. Cannot be happy to have them on as a title sponsor. And we can never ever forget about the main man who's responsible for almost all our print media and our layout. My man Alex over at the Ink Wizard. So look up the inkwizard.com for all your banners, stickers, and all your needs over there. That is our man. Look me up if you need anybody's address or anything to any of the services that we do. Just let us know. Especially over at 4030 Studios. Me, Ken, Cody, Days One, and Harold. We do in real life events is one of our main deliverables, but we are marketing geniuses and we definitely are community engagers by the boatload, man. That's exactly what we do, man. Big shout out to my niece Camille. I can't say thank you to her enough for building out some website and some protocols for us, man. Thank you so much connecting with her. New mommy out this mug. Got my man, my little man Ben, my little great nephew. I got the best little great nephews in the world and great nieces. Now Brianna gave us like all of the girls over there to death, and she got the whole princess crew who gonna be queen. I don't know if the planet big enough for all them queens to live on this planet, but they are just my little nieces pieces. I love y'all, miss y'all. Shout out to my sister and my brothers and them, man. And shout out to my lovely little babies. My main man Johnny, my main man Trey, man. Appreciate y'all, man. And my first baby, well, we got Brittany. I mean, we got Ellie Belly, and then we got my homegirl, Alana and Christabel. I miss y'all so much, man. I stutter over my words because I be thinking about how much I miss y'all and love y'all. It's always great to come on here, and y'all part of the reason why I'll even try to do anything for life. I appreciate y'all. Big shout out to my man Dave at the Brown Hoist Cider, Abdul Salam them this Saturday the 28th at halftime at Cleveland Public Theater. The Mason Brothers Boxing will be at Cleveland Public Theater, and they are going to get Mason Brothers Boxing Day for the whole county. So if you're not doing nothing in Cleveland on Saturday, and I got class that day too, man, but I'm going to be down there for that. But it's a lot of good things. If you want to hang out with us and do something cool, get your mixed tickets now before it's too late. And that's going to be for the first Friday in the month. Always a good party. Love seeing my Worcester people come up. Shout out to my homegirl Jackie. Shout out to my man Big Book Mike, man. Appreciate all y'all people, man. I just thank everybody who been supporting us for all the years. Shout out to the team, like I say, Days One, Ken Cody, everybody that's helping us out, man. All the people that's been supporting us for all of this time, man. Shout out to Malik X. Shout out to Joe Abrams and the men of Bellsma. Can't say thank you to all of the people that's showing up. Like I say, Jamal Cody, my man Lalo Slim, thank you so much for all the work. D Selector over at the Rec Room Records. Definitely my Voice of Radio family, Miss Mickey, Miss Kitty, Baby Boy, and the one and only EP Voice of Radio president, man. We do the hot mess in the evening, man. I like to thank all y'all. Man, thank y'all so much. I never forget in my flow when I do the show from over here, man, but I just try to do the best I can. Thank y'all for tapping in. Human T-Rex, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to Johnny O and Nerve DJs. Tune in to nervedj.com and check them out. Go over to Red Lion and get you a tattoo. Go to Brown Hoist Cider. Get you a nice cider. They're going to be open after 4, man. You want to do something really cool. Support the neighborhood you in somewhat, man. Keep your neighbors in your neighborhood by being neighborly. And that's what we're going to do. I appreciate all y'all, man. Like my man EP always say, you know, we always say smoke weed, but don't punch nobody in your face. And we usually say peace. But today, man, I want everybody just to appreciate yourself. How about give yourself some love today? Give yourself 3 or 4 minutes worth of enjoyment if that's all you could squeeze in. Just a song all by yourself. Take a pause, breathe, and enjoy this stuff, man. Because if you don't have no enjoyment with all of this stuff going on, what is it really worth? People are really just fighting for your perception. That's why it's the best thing for us pieheads like to do is when we high, we perceive ourselves mostly, and we really don't give a shit about the rest of y'all, man. So much shit going on. Help somebody when you can, man. Hate to get off my soap opera. Thank y'all so much, man. Dunlaps on Sunday night with Deshaun, Contu Live, and we got a lot of things coming on. We might come back on, man. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good day. And really, smoke weed so you don't punch somebody in the face. Thank y'all. Peace. 73. I whooped ass. I whooped ass.